It's the views from the vault, live and direct, and it slaps. The finest of fitteds, a community built on caps. Sponsored in part by the best in the business. No suggestions of fitteds, of classics and vintage. New era sickness, fire in the mix, it's ridiculous. It ain't no secret to the dopeness. If you not focused, you left hopeless. Speaking of science of drops and what's tops. Pierre, Leon, Jason from the for bringing you nothing but hot. Best of the best, exclusives and clean vision. It's a distinct mission in the embroidered thread of a system. To bring you nothing but the real, just link and get with it. All keepers, no sleepers, no weepers, you know what it is. BP Mercs work the sequence first, bringing the work with the fits. It's the moment you've been waiting for. It's dubs and somersaults. Welcome to a whole nother level of fitted. It's views from the vault.
Hey guys, welcome to the vault. We are back with some more exclusive content. Jason, Leon, and Pierre here. We're here to bring you guys the stock report for the week of January 22nd. I hope you guys enjoy. Pierre, take it away.
Hey, listen, this is going to be fun. So we've updated so much feedback, right? And back in the day, this was a real point of contention, the stock report. And we would argue amongst each other, what's the blah, blah, blah. So we figured the best way to fix this, right, is to separate the stores out into 4 categories: extra large, large, small, and then side hustle. So side hustle will be those sneaker stores that are doing a fantastic job in creating hats. So we thought it would be easier to kind of break it down that way. We got a fresh new logo, thanks to John from Ink Park. Jason, Mead, and I this morning were kind of exchanging messages to clean up the presentation a bit. And now you were sleeping, Leon, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, well,
I did know.
We tried calling you.
Yeah.
We called the landline. We sent a fax. Nothing, no response.
Yep. Yeah. You lazy son of a bitch.
Yeah.
We're sitting here doing all
already.
the work. I'm doing my other job. So it's here, and we're doing the messaging, doing all this work.
Raising kids.
I did put like 250 miles on my car just driving kids around today. And then and here you are just drooling.
Just rolls out of bed, says, "Hey
Breakfast
guys, you know, we ready to do the show?" He starts demanding shit as if like we haven't been working all day.
First meal of the day was dinner.
I don't know if I should be concerned for you or if I should be like applauding this sort of lifestyle.
It's a backwards ass life, but you know, someone's got to do it.
No, nobody has to do it.
No one has to. I do it by choice. Weird choice. Weird life choice.
Nah, it's okay. But listen, you guys ready to get started?
Let's do it. Stock report. I'm excited.
So first of all, the logo, I think that's supposed to be my head, right?
I don't know. It's cool though.
I don't see any resemblance, but sure.
Just yeah, it could be anyone's head.
I mean, you're both bald, so maybe.
Really pale white, I guess. I don't know.
I'm not really pale white though.
That's the thing. So I don't think it's you.
I don't think so.
Well, he's awake, so we know it's not you.
Right. And he's smiling, so we know it's not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys ready to get started here? So we're going to start with the side hustle category. That's where we're going to start, right?
Yeah.
So I guess the most logical thing to do here is to kind of shelve maybe the ones to the right, Jason, or at the bottom, the folks that didn't really release anything.
Okay. So okay. Evelyn's didn't really do much. Stash really hasn't done anything in a while.
Yep.
Corporate, it's been a few weeks.
Yep. Everybody else here has had stuff released.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So thinking of this last week, right? We had Bodega hit us with those Harris Tweed, that Harris Tweed capsule. Cool J's hit us with those 2 Los Marlins caps. Sneaker Town had three unique 2-tones. All the Right had that 1 Mets 2-tone. Capsule had that that sort of that pack I forgot what they called it.
Yeah, the Brim Breakers. Brim something. I'm gonna look it up.
But it was that olive colorway. You had the Pirates, you had the Washington Nationals in that 2-tone.
Brim Service. It kind of had a forest
like
service
a campy feel, right? Like a forest campy feel.
Yep.
And then you've got Berdeen's that dropped the first installment of its anniversary pack. So,
Yep.
all right, let's talk about it, fellas. Who do we think had the strongest week?
This is tough. I'm going to say either Capsule or Sneaker Town.
I'm going Bodega.
I was gonna say Bodega's got people talking, right or wrong. It's a really good quality product. You know, you might have a point of contention on the price, but that's Harris Tweed. I
That's
think
the only talk I really saw was how expensive they were.
No, I also saw how great the Boston Red Sox one was. That's I heard that many times.
for the people that bought them, you know, you didn't hear any complaints. You know, it's like, you know, that's the price.
I haven't gotten them yet.
Oh, I think you know what you're gonna get. You know, I mean, for the people that really like Harris Tweed, it's just is what it is. You know, it costs more. It's a superior product. You know,
And remember, Bodega is not going to have a whole ton of releases,
no,
right? So
they're not.
they had that other capsule. They did carry the Eric Emanuels in the past,
And
but
they've carried all the new era crap programs, like the city clusterfuck and
Yeah.
all of those.
So they play nice with them. They order the secondary stuff, but
it's also
they
not
get to
easy
do their own
get a
collab.
collaboration like
Yeah,
this.
they get their own collab. So
they got to collab
good.
with Harris Tweed. And
Fine.
no, but listen, I also want to call attention to and you talked about this, Jason, on This Week in Caps, the premium materials, and also they had custom tags in those hats. Those were different, man, and I think they deserve the top slot in the side hustle.
I'm cool with that.
I guess 2-1.
Jason, where are you going here, though? So, like, I felt good about where you were going after that. You said it was between Capsule and Sneaker Town?
Yeah. Yep. Which way do you want to go? You want to go left to right or top to bottom?
Let's go top to bottom.
Because we're gonna have to wrap it.
Yeah, we could do that.
So,
First column, we'll move into a second column, right?
yeah. So for me, it's one of these two. And I may be basing it more on the number of hats they released versus the other three. I know now that we've broken this down, I think we can start taking that into consideration a little bit.
For sure.
And Sneaker Town's got history. I know I'm not trying to bring that into this conversation for this week, but they have been consistently doing some good things. Capsule, yeah, they've been on a roll.
I think the 3 hats from Capsule were better than the 3 from Sneaker Town this week.
Mm-hmm.
As
this week.
I'm okay with ranking. It sounds crazy. I'm okay with ranking Capsule a little bit higher. They also don't forget, they also have that really good green Tigers hat from
that was last week.
Yeah.
That was last week. This week they had those 3 caps that I think, listen, I know Leon liked the Marlins one from Sneaker Town. I don't I think that was the weakest hat of the 2 releases.
It's the most, you know, it's not out the box, it's not crazy, it's just, you know, kind of like everyday flavor. But looking at the hats on Capsule, I know I wasn't fully on board on the This Week in Cap slides, but in hand they actually look pretty good. So I'm okay with Capsule being higher.
All right. Where are we going next, guys? So I think
it's these 3 guys.
Yeah. So let's talk about to me, Cool J's is 4th because those hats were different, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. For me, it's more of a battle of, you know, between Berdeen's Yankees anniversary cap and that 2-tone Mets cap from all the right. That's kind of where I'm looking at the battle right now.
Yeah, I'm going to give Berdeen's the edge there. Now, you guys may not like the hat as much, but I like the story behind the hat. I like what he was attempting to do with the hat. Now, the silver on white may not have turned out quite like he wanted it to, but he is also learning. We discussed this in This Week in Caps with like Capanova and stuff. It looked better on paper than what it turned out, but I still actually like how that Yankee hat turned out. And he was taking some chances with the silver. And the All the Right Mets hat is a great hat, but just like the Sneaker Town one, Marlins one, it's just a safe two-tone off-white. Nothing.
I still think it's better than the Burdeen's cap, though.
I'm with you there. I think the All the Right hat is better, but I'm kind of with Jason in the sense that like I give Burdeen's the points because it's part of a bigger pack. I think the Yankee hat, while it's not better than the Mets hat, I think that Yankee hat is the best patch out of the whole pack. So I'm okay with how it's ordered here. Cool J's.
We can
Burdeen's.
keep it this way, but I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not necessarily a good reason. I think if it were the Diamondbacks cap or one of those St. Louis caps versus the All the Right Mets cap, I would lean towards. I would give it to Burdeen's. I actually might give Burdeen's over Cool J's if that were the case.
That's fair.
That Yankees cap to me was by far the weakest of that pack, and the All the Right cap is better. But I'm outnumbered here, so I mean, you know, we can keep the order this way.
I like the Yankees hat better than just the two-tone Mets, off-white Mets. But you guys like off-white a lot more than I do.
Fair.
It's not so much just that I like off-white. I don't like the execution on that Yankees hat. I told Jerry that too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, this will be the side hustle. So I think, yeah, so we can move on to the next category. We're going to go small next. It's going to be a bit easier because some of these stores didn't really drop anything. So,
yeah,
Anthem didn't drop anything.
Still had some restocks.
I'm okay putting Billion Creation over there with Anthem because they only dropped that one hat. It's not enough to really rank them on.
yeah.
These other stores all dropped. Did still drop anything? No.
They did the Sunset restock.
Oh, they did. No, we'll keep them here because that was a good restock too.
And there was a couple of some Toronto ones, Raptor ones.
I'm going to introduce this if it's okay, guys. Crown Minded is last this week.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine with that. That was not a good release from them.
That was not a good drop at all. Now, Capanova had that release that had 3 good hats, 2 bad hats. Leaders had, I think, 2 solid offerings.
Suburban and Peach, yeah.
Urban Peach, yeah.
I hate to say, guys, I'm going still number 1. I think that restock were the best hats of the bunch of this batch.
The Sunrise pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Still's coming off a pretty strong couple weeks anyway.
Mhm.
I know we're not really factoring that out.
We're not factoring that in though, Leon. It's about this past week, and I think that restock was super strong.
Mhm.
So it's really down to these 3. Where are we? How are we
Bam
going?
had those two hats that were the blue. They were navy and red, right?
Yeah,
They
those
were
were
solid.
Those aren't
They
bad.
had
There's
that
3 of
weird-
them. There was 3 of them. One was at New York XLA.
Yeah, that's where I was getting to next. But I was saying
Yeah.
the other 2 were like they weren't built the same as that hat though.
They were both navy with red UV. Yeah.
Right, but the front logos on the other ones had red on them too, white and red, right?
Oh. No, they're just white. White and silver.
Hmm.
Anyway, and then they had that Phillies purple with the infrared or
Yeah, and then that
Kind of-
kind of beige-ish San Diego hat.
mhm.
No, they had red, Jason, on the side patches.
On the side patches, yeah. They did.
They had Phillies, Milwaukee, and then they had the other.
Yankee.
Yeah.
That Yankee versus.
And we're going hat for hat. I kind of like the fam stuff. I mean,
I like
hopefully
the
that's
fam stuff
that's
better than the
original
Capanova.
and what they made. I don't know, who knows though.
And then I like the bourbon and peach from Leaders. I just did not like the choice of side patch on the Cubs one. What are we doing here?
I would say Leaders next, then Capanova.
After
Leaders-
fam?
I would say, yeah, I think fam is second.
Yeah.
Okay. I just make sure we're all in agreement there.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
cool
this is
with
a good
that.
order. And then Capanova coming in, Crown Minded coming in last.
Actually, let's do this a little bit here. Separate that out a little bit. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And then as stores release more stuff and stuff, this category will fill up a little bit more.
Hmm.
But
All right, well, that's the
this is it for
small.
now.
That's a stock report for the small store. Now we're gonna move on to the large. This is probably from week to week can be the toughest one, right?
Mhm.
So Cap USA, USA Cap King, we can pull off to the side.
Same with
And
Hat
hat
Heaven.
heaven too, right?
Matt Heaven too, yeah,
Mm.
okay. So MyFitteds had,
They're called Breath
the
of the
Zelda.
Wild.
The
Yep.
Zelda.
oh yeah, nah, they're number one. Come on, man.
They had the Baltimore scout pack and
Yeah,
Yeah. And then I think it's exclusive.
I do too. I agree with that.
I'm
They
okay with
had that navy and yellow are their
Yeah, they had a good set of hats in that drop.
yeah. And then the other drop they had too was it? Oh, they had that Cardinals one. Oh man, that was not a good hat. But 1 out of 9 ain't bad.
Oh, the Easter egg one.
Yeah, but then they had
Yeah.
that eggshell one, which had 8 hats that were not bad. So
That Phil and Phyllis one was bad though.
Hmm.
But the
That's
rest of
just a
them were
bad-
good.
that's
Out
just
of
a
the,
bad
No,
logo.
they had.
they had
It's tough
hits.
here
They had
because
hits and misses.
I think Cap USA was solid too. I think it was just they didn't have a miss in there
No.
no.
except for maybe that Apple hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, that's just down to logo choice. I mean, it was executed well. It's just a bad logo.
Yeah.
That's our opinion, right? I mean, that's
Yeah, exactly.
it's all this is our opinion anyway. But I don't know. Do you think Cap USA next or Sports World? What are your thoughts?
I'm okay with Diallo being next. They didn't have like their style is like of what release was kind of like, toned down, mostly mono hats, solid hats you could wear, nothing too out of left field. But overall, I think those hats were solid.
I don't know. Sports.
What Sports World have? They had the cream.
They had
stuff?
those. No, that was exclusive. Sports World had the light blue, the sky and purples.
And then
Okay.
they had the two corduroy.
Corduroy, yeah.
Two corduroy. Yeah.
They had I think it was like a red and pink pirate,
Mm-hmm.
and then the gray blue jay.
Yeah, I
Which
don't
one was
know.
better, guys?
I prefer
Depends what you
Cap
like.
USA personally. To me, I don't find that corduroy is a selling feature to me. Like,
I
I
put
would
it as a
rather not
push. I
have
think
it.
I think they ran even this week. I think it's fair to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
The
I
blue
think Sports
purples
World
were
took-
nice though from Sports World.
yeah.
Overall, the Astros prototype, the Montreal, and then the Twins. They're all solid hats.
Yeah, they were
All right.
good.
It's tough, right? It's tough. They both released a lot. They're right there with each other.
I think I'm staying right there, just like this. I think
Yeah.
40 Caps
I'm
next
fine
to
with that.
Cap City.
Mhm.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. All right, cool.
I think so.
That's the large. Let's move to the extra large. All right, and this is where I want to talk a little bit about the Lids HD that's about to come. So we're gonna have Britton on the show. We're gonna talk through it with him and understand more about Lids HD. But that is, listen, this is gonna create I think a battle at the top, because when we were looking at this before, I know we were thinking, God, it's gonna be always, when we categorize it's gonna be Hat Club over and over again. But I'm not so sure about that.
I'm just gonna put it up.
Oh, yeah.
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 What
New York
Fanatics?
Caps last.
The Fanatics. do?
Fanatics had those fantastic NBA All-Star hats.
Oh my
Um,
god.
And that was about it. I'm trying to think if they did any like,
Listen, I will say I would rather those than the New Era dropped with the side script thing.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'd be okay with New Era last Fanatics.
Did
But
New Era
Pro Image
okay.
drop stuff?
Did New Era drop the Harris Tweed Bodega stuff?
Yes, they did. Oh,
They
that's true.
did.
Does that
They
count?
did.
Does that count?
They did. No, Bodega
Why
dropped
not?
it first, but because we gave it to Bodega. We
Yeah,
can't
you're
give it
right.
to
No,
two
I think it's
stores.
more of a bodega thing though, Leon.
Okay. If you
Yeah,
had
they
a
just
choice,
happen to
who would you
have it
order
on.
from though?
I ordered from Bodega.
Okay.
Whoever had it at the time you wanted it.
Well, no, I would order from Bodega if given the opportunity, because that's the shop that created the collaboration.
That's fair. The selfish cheap part of me would want to order off New Era to get the free shipping. That's all. That's why.
Okay,
I
so
asked.
yeah, no, that's a
Fair
Bodega
enough.
hat, just like an Erica Manuel hat's an Erica Manuel hat, but
Yeah.
they just happen to put it on New Era cap.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
All right.
So, all right,
Well,
so
I would go New Era last and Fanatics.
all right.
Now we gotta start thinking about Pro Image. What about Pro Image?
Pro Image is a tough one because
They dropped a lot of. There's a lot of fanfare around them right now in terms of these little shops, and some of it is they are like, picking from a catalog and bringing back stuff that a lot of people want, but they still have some cool releases.
yeah, they were overall pretty quiet this last week.
Yeah, I believe. I agree.
But yeah,
Even
this
the Philly area had nothing really dropped.
Philly had nothing. Most of the places had like nothing or like some restocks. Now this weekend, some of the West Coast stores are, like you said, re-releasing some hits from Stash and MyFitteds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, call it what you want. It's at least another chance to get some of those hats that are sold out and won't ever come back from the original people.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of like cheating on your homework, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. So let's at the top, for me, like Hat Club, they had a very small week.
Right.
When did Glow My Gods come up? Was that
That was last week.
Friday, right? So it
Yeah,
doesn't
so
count. Okay.
think back to the slide that we just saw on This Week in Caps, Leon. There was 6 hats,
5 hats.
5 hats.
Now, to be fair, Lids didn't really do a lot this week either. All those Crown Royals would have been last week.
Right, but here's my point so this is where we get into a good discussion, right?
Right.
So, and this is, I understand Lid's hat drop is on the horizon, which is, I do want to talk about that. It doesn't pertain to this, but I do want to at least get that out there, that this is going to change the landscape a little bit, right?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So aside from that, though, there has to be some credit given to the fact that right now you can go into Lid stores and get some premium releases that look good, like the Crown Royals, the Misty Runes. They're still there. So like, this is tough, man. Because
they did have the camo reflective. That would have been considered this week.
Okay.
Personally, I'm not a fan of that one, but I know there's a lot of buzz around it, and a lot of people are liking it.
How do we deny lids this week though?
And they had the minty stuff, the black mint, I think.
The black. It's kind of, that might have been last week.
It's hard to differentiate.
Right,
with
no,
the-
but
yeah,
that's
the
what I'm
stores and
getting
stuff.
at though. Guys, it was released last week, but it still exists.
Right. This
That's
is true.
that's what I'm trying to get at. You know what I mean? It's like,
Hat
and-
Club did do a little shock drop for the Fuji.
and by the way,
PBJs.
where's Topperz?
Did we miss them?
Yeah,
Yeah, we missed them.
Where are they
Completely.
gonna be? I thought I had
Topperz
them
should
on
be
here.
in large.
Yeah. No, you're right. How did we miss them?
Well, they're probably right there with MyFitteds.
Yeah, we'll add them in next week.
Yeah.
Would you rank them higher or lower than MyFitteds? I think I have them slightly higher. Paisley's, the minor league stuff, the Terminator hat.
It's almost like they're extra large though,
You think so?
where they're dropping.
I mean, we can argue them here then if you want.
I think we wait till next week when we implement Topperz.
All right, that's fine.
Because
Well,
I
We
mean,
have to
I
I
don't
can
know.
add them here.
I think they're more large than they are extra large,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, they are a like 4-employee company. I don't know how we're differentiating large and extra large.
By their power. So I think they're more large than extra large. They don't have the buying power of these 5 entities.
Okay.
They would belong in large.
I'm okay with that. But either way, I get what you're saying though with the Lids HD stuff. Like they announced it, they're being talked about. It's on the horizon.
No, I just want to throw it out there. That has nothing to do with this week, right? But like, is there more credit given to Lids because you can walk into one of their doors right now and get these hats that everybody wants?
That's okay. I get what you're saying there, but that's always going to be the case.
Not with Lids
Or we
HD.
are- Yeah, but Lids is still going to have some of these collections in store. So is that going to be an argument for them every week?
They're not gonna. I don't think it's always.
It's not going to be like a frenzy like right now. There is like a frenzy on people wanting assists, posting assists, wanting these hats. I get what Pierre's saying. Like I'm
Okay.
almost sick of seeing the Crown Royals, like people talking about them almost like
So what my point is, just because they have Lids HD coming doesn't mean they're going to completely pull all the hats out of their stores. That
no,
wouldn't
No,
make
they're
any
not.
sense.
They're gonna have
that's two
No,
different
but
things. That's two
those
different
Lids.
things.
The Lids HD releases are going to be more limited in quantity.
Like you
Sure.
can't buy the Lids HD hats in store. I don't think it's strictly online.
Okay.
On their website.
Okay.
So we may have to like almost talk. That's why I was talking about before, Jason, is we may have to talk
Separate.
about
Yeah, it's a separate thing.
separate.
Yeah, they might fall
I
into.
don't think it
large-
is. It's just 2 delivery channels for the same company.
Right.
No, but
so
you can
when-
only
when
buy
you're
them on that
when you're
website.
Right. So like,
But you can only buy Hat Club stuff on their website, or they have NoHo exclusives. It's the same thing. Like,
Nah, not really.
No,
you
it's
can't
not the
buy.
same thing.
You can't buy the Hat Club. Like Hat Club, you can buy the hats in store or online. It's the same hats.
as Lids, just
The
smaller.
Lids HD hats are a different thing. Like they come with pins or whatever. You
Just
can't buy them
online.
on the
Hat,
Lids.
Hat Club has online exclusive ones. I'm not differentiating the company versus their delivery channels. Otherwise,
No,
we
but it's a
should,
different.
we
but
should,
it
we
is a-
should be, we should be breaking down the Pro Image into all their little franchises.
You want to do that work?
No, I don't.
No, but Pro Image, like it's a little bit. It's their chains a little. Their model's a little bit different. It's a franchise. It's all franchises. So that one got kind of buried under Pro Image Sports as a whole, because they have this flexibility. It's almost like they have a bunch of different designers working under that one umbrella. That's how it can kind of be viewed. But Lids
Right.
HD is going to be different than Lids, because regular Lids is going to have more conventional releases, and Lids HD is going to be this more limited collection based sort of release thing. So there might be a week where regular Lids does better than Lids HD because we like what dropped in the Lids stores better than what happened online on Lids HD. We'll cross that bridge when it comes, but for now we don't have to worry about it. So we got Lids and Hat Club, right? Who had the better week?
Hat Club, just because they actually had new hats.
What about the Misty Maroons? Those were new. And Hat Club,
Yeah.
one of the Hat Club hats was a restock.
Yeah, some of those Misty Maroons were too. I don't know. I think they both had down weeks. Fanatics might be the winner this week with those fantastic.
No, don't go there.
No, we ain't letting you pull that one on us. But like,
I'll
I
let
get
you
what
not
you're
put them in
saying,
last place, but not in first
I mean,
place.
I mean, I don't know.
There wasn't a lot of releases in general, right?
No.
All right, like especially if we're going by strict 1 week thing for Hat Club, because they haven't dropped their weekend release yet, and then their last week fell on a Friday, so it doesn't really count. So
I like Lids week better. It's hard for me to be able to say that Hat Club had a better week than Lids with four hats in a restock. When Lids has the Crown Royals and those black and mints and new Misty Maroons hitting, like, I don't know, man. I have a hard time taking Hat Club over that this week. I'm not saying that that's going to be the case all the time. I think when the Fuji's hit, it's going to be hard for the Mount Fuji's hit. It's going to be hard for Lids to beat Hat Club. I think that collection is great.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so my question is then for Lids, when do you stop counting the Crown Royals? Because yes, they are still available.
When it dies down, and they're going to start selling out. They're going to 100%. But like, would I still talk about Crown Royals next week? Probably not. But they haven't really entered the conversation at all yet. Anywhere, we haven't really talked about them at all.
Well, they haven't released online,
right?
So we're eventually going to need to talk about them again at some point when they release online.
Are they releasing online though?
They will.
That's what I'm assuming. I heard it was the end of January. I don't know how accurate that is or whatever.
But honestly, Jason, to answer your question, I don't think we'll be talking about the Crown Royals next week, because I think the stores will be like at the end of their supply.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a good question you're introducing, Jason. Honestly, I'm not saying it's an unfair question. I just don't know how we can pick Hat Club with 4 hats in a restock over what Lids has done over the past week.
No, it's fine. I just want to make sure we're not constantly talking about past releases when we're getting credit for this week. You know, when we're going strictly a week by week thing for the other places as well.
Yeah, no, it's a good thought to introduce to the discussion. But Leon, do you take exception to Lids being over Hat Club this week?
Oh, I'm not taking exception to it. I just want to make sure that we're laying the ground rules appropriately.
Yeah, no, I think it's I think it's fair. I just want to know if Leon agrees with Lids over Hat Club.
I'm not one way or another, I don't think, but I see the points of view that both of you guys are making.
No, I didn't ask you that, Leon. Lids or Hat Club? Please stop towing the line. Lids or Hat Club for the week?
I don't know. I really don't feel strong one way or another. I feel like they both didn't really do anything. I don't know. If I had to pick one, I would say Hat Club, I guess. But I don't have a specific point.
Hat Club with 4 hats.
Yeah. I mean, I bought 2 of them and I wanted the third one. I don't know.
All right. Well,
I mean, like,
if you guys
nothing-
are you guys both saying Hat Club over lids? Because I need to know, like, where are you going, Jason? Because we have to pick one or the other.
No, I am not saying that. I'm just saying that I don't want to make sure. I want to make sure we're not having the same discussion with lids week over week over week because they have some collections in store.
So which do you pick, Jason? Lids or Hat Club?
This week, yeah, I'll pick lids.
Is that what you want to pick? Are you sure?
Yeah, because they
Okay.
did have the Crown Royal and the Black and Mint, and there was some Misty Maroons that did hit online.
All right. Well, I guess this wraps up the XL, right? Cool. And then Jason, I guess we'll get this together in a summarized way, and we put it out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Well, guys, this was interesting. I think it's going to get better as we go along, right? This is the first time using this format. I think it was easier, but it did spark some good discussion. So thank you guys for being open to this new format. I appreciate it. Jason, thanks for putting together the visuals. And Leon, thank you for your participation. This was great. And with that, Leon, big fella, take us away.
Yeah, make sure you guys are dropping a like on the video. Keep your eyes peeled for viewsfromthevault.com for your official merchandise. For Jason, Leon, and Pierre, we're signing out, guys. Stay fitted.
See you, everybody.
Peace.
Enjoy 15% off all products with the code VFTV15. Brought to you by VFTV.